Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are at the Souris Early Years Learning Center in Souris, Manitoba. We're going to give you a tour this evening of the renovated facilities. So this is as we've come in the front door. We've had the lockers. To the right of you is lockers, more lockers for the kids. An interactive television that during the day gives information and pictures of the kids and activities they're involved in.
Okay, this main area of the center changes on a weekly basis. The themes for the week get put into different sections, so probably no 2 days or 2 weeks in a row everything will be in exactly the same spot. This is reading month, so we have lots of reading centers set up. To your right we have, they are talking about police service and whatnot, so they have a little jail set up there on to your right. And the children wanted a little phone and a calculator because that's what happens in an office setting, so that was part of this week's theme as well. As we approach the side room, this is a dual purpose room. It is used in the afternoon as a nap room, so our 2 to 4-year-olds have their naps in here. Throughout the rest of the day, it is used for different activities, separating different groups, just so that they can focus on different activities at different times. Groups are kept to a maximum of 8 children per group so that they get lots of one-on-one attention and detail to the activities that the daycare provider has come up for them. A little kitchen set up here, trying to be good little mummies and daddies, and just a good old home atmosphere. As we move more to the back of the center, you'll see our cleaning staff is on at the moment. Family's been cleaning the center for quite a number of years, and the center is cleaned 5 nights a week. Lots of cleaning of the toys and whatnot takes place during the day. The staff sterilize toys, use the dishwasher for doing that. They run them through the sinks. Just all sorts of uses and activities throughout the day. Again, on your left here, it looks more like this is kind of a big art center because we have an art studio set up on the left hand side there, and so quite often a lot of the crafts are taking place in this area. Currently the school shops program is working on a few projects for us. So they're working on an art easel, a drying rack, and a climbing center for the babies, and an object for the school age program. Now you'll notice maybe the flooring. This is the new flooring that was put in August. Once renovations started, the center was emptied for the summer because they moved to the school and did the programming there. So the health department and everyone concerned at that time felt that that was an opportune time to replace the much needed and worn flooring. So this is the flooring that was put in. As everyone probably knows, it's a good grade commercial flooring, and that does not come cheap. The price tag on the flooring was just over $40,000 to do the entire center from front to back. So hoping it now will last for several years. So. Okay, as we move on towards again the end of the hallway here, or towards the back of the building, on your left you will see the washrooms for the 2 to 4-year-olds. This, lower sinks, the separate stalls, changing center for diapering. This area is an area at some point in time, we'd sure like to do a little bit of an upgrade, but at this point we are in no position to do that. One thing we have on our radar is the building itself is large enough to expand our programming, and because we have 13 infants and 25 preschools on our waiting list, it would be nice to expand programs. So in order to do that, from a bathroom perspective, we will need to put in another toilet and another sink. So that's down the road when we feel that we can afford to do that. And will need to be done if we're going to expand spaces. When you look to your right here is our washer and dryer, our cleaning area. This used to be part of the kitchen, but because of the health requirements, this was part of the renovation. This wall was put in, laundry area installed, the sink, and some cabinets, counter space to, accommodate the laundry situation. No longer required to have it in the kitchen, is where it used to be. So therefore was moved out into this area. On your left is the staff room. Nothing too exciting in there, but it does give the staff a space to relax and take a few minutes away when they have their breaks, just to get away from the activities and the noise, and just a place for them to have for themselves. They do lots of planning here at the table that's provided, and use the space quite frequently. When we move into the back room of the center, this whole area is for our under 2s. So any children that come into the center up to the age of 2, this is their main area. Again, you'll see it's packed up for the night because the kids have all gone home and the cleaner's just been in doing his cleaning. There is an outdoor access where some parents choose to use this door to bring their infants rather than come through the main door. So the kids have their little lockers there. Any information that needs to go out to parents is all put in their children's lockers. So it's quite an expansive area for the little ones, and they use every inch of it, that's for sure. We have a changing area, we have a toilet, we have a little sink for them, and that's kept neat and tidy back in the back corner. And in the back room is the sleeping area. It is set up also for all 8 infants. The infants have their own playpen, or in this case we have one that uses a cot. So the same playpen sheeting is used for the same child for the entire week. It gets the child used to being in the same spot. They know which playpen is theirs, and again, the health code is met by not sharing any linens or pillows, blankets, any of that. So now moving into the biggest difference of this center is the renovation of our kitchen. You will see that we do have metal gates that come down, and that's for fire safety. So those needed to be installed on both sides of the kitchen. You'll see the center island was put in. We did have a different sort of island there before, but this is a bit bigger. All the countertops are stainless steel, again, health requirement. We had to replace the fridge and the freezer, as now, again, because of grandfathering, we now needed to make the fridge and the freezer separate units instead of our traditional home units where we might have the freezer on the top and the fridge on the bottom. a nice bright kitchen. We have a great cook that we have hired. Comes in and does lots of nummy things for the kids and adheres to the guidelines that we need for Canada's Food Guide and the menu that is planned from the Child Care Association. One requirement of the health inspector was to have metal shelving. So this one entire wall is all metal shelving for supplies. They chose not cabinetry because they felt that the steel shelving was better, it made better use of the space and for the health requirements, so that you can see all the products. The shelving stays clean because of it being, you know, dropping through if anything was to be spilled or whatnot. It makes for easy cleanup. There is a hand sink right at the doorway beside our fire extinguishers, so that is for hand cleaning, which is a requirement for health inspection, of course. Meals are provided for the children. We have a early morning snack, which is basically mostly a hot type of breakfast. It might be scrambled eggs, it might be French toast, maybe pancakes, it may be oatmeal. Then they have a hot lunch that is served at noon, and then they have a lighter snack in the afternoon, and that is mid-afternoon. So if you want your child to be fed those 3 times a day, the charge is $3 a day for all their meals, all their snacks. If you choose to pack your child's own lunch, that too is acceptable, and it will be served to your child at lunchtime or snack time as you would wish it to be done. So as you can see, standing back and looking at the entire center, there is a lot of work goes into this. Our workers have busied up our walls trying to show the kids' crafts, their arts, things they're working on, and it does change from week to week. It's never the same twice, and you might see some equipment maybe here that has been donated in the past from organizations. Another project that will be on a wish list at some point in time will be new tables. But that's not a huge need right now. It's just a thing to keep on the radar and to keep in our mind for budget. Okay, so I'd like to thank you for taking the time and watching our video. We are having an open house on March the 17th, so we welcome anyone and everyone to come. It will be from 2 to 4 in the afternoon. We will have basically time for you to just walk around, look at the facility itself. We will have staff here explaining what they do in each area, and we'll have about a half an hour set aside for information session. Try to answer any questions the community might have. We're proud of our center, we're proud of our staff, and we feel that we employ 13 staff members at the moment, plus a couple casual workers. That doesn't include our cook, that doesn't include our cleaner, that doesn't include our volunteer bookkeepers. So you can see it's a busy and an important place for a lot of people. It covers approximately 60 families that use between the center itself and what we offer at the school. At this center we offer infant care and preschool spaces, and at the school itself we have 2 classrooms that we provide before and after school care for our kinders and up. And during the daytime we run nursery school, and we do run pre-kinder during part of the year. So again, thank you. I hope this has been interesting for you, and we hope to see everybody out on March 17th. And thank you to Access TV for taking the time and looking at our center and sharing it with you. Thank you, and hope to see you.